Welcome back, guys. Game number 2 of the GEST IDC Grand Finals. This is it. This is where everything is laid on the table and everything matters most. This is game number 2, and well, spoiler alert for those of you who are watching the VODs who have not seen game number 1. Well, close your ears, because game number 1 was won by Gigabyte iDeal. iZone Gigabyte are the team on the Scourge side this time around, looking to make a comeback, looking to take game number 2. Otherwise, they're going to find themselves in a very familiar position. Second place. They have found themselves second place month after month here in the GEST IDC. So we will see whether or not they can turn that around, whether or not they can win this game as well as the next game, walk away with that championship. Whereas iDeal are a team who have had mixed success. I mean, they have struggled some months, even getting through the group stage. Some months they've done well in the group stage, but they've never really made it past the quarterfinals. This month, made it past the quarterfinals, beat Mineski in the semifinals, and now here they are, grand finals, up a game, and now up against iZone Gigabyte, a team who are very well seasoned veterans, and somehow finding themselves able to come out on top. So we'll see. We'll see what they can do here. It is going to be a so important game for iZone Gigabyte. So important that if they lose it, they get second place. Nothing much else needs to be said. We're going to hop right into this game, guys. I am GoDz from GoDz Gamers. You can check me out on the various links posted on the overlay now, but we're going to hop right into this game. Follow the teams that matter, follow the players. Those are the ones who count. Those are the ones bringing you guys the excitement, bringing you guys the GEST IDC finals. Of course, a big shout out, of course, to Gigabyte, who are sponsoring this tournament. Mr. Danny Cheng, who is the supporter of the Dota scene here in the Southeast Asia, and what a fantastic tournament it is managed to put on. So just thrilled to be a part of this entire event. Month after month, it produces some amazing games, and I hope this is no exception. We're going to see iZone over on the Scourge side. What have they managed to get their hands on? They did have the first pick. They went straight for the Rubik, a hero that was, I believe, banned back in game number 1. They picked up the Earthshaker and Morphling with their next 2 picks, so they went straight for their tri lane. They get Earthshaker, Rubik, Morphling, going to run that very strong tri lane. Decided that the CM-AA combo with the Morphling did not work too well. They had 2 squishy supports, so you couldn't add much. They had no initiation. This time around, they have ES and Rubik, both heroes who can initiate, so they're not lacking the initiation power, and that really does help them out. And I think that's a nice little combo for them to have. Meanwhile, over for iDeal Gigabyte, their first 3 picks, Darkseer, Linnea, Crystal Maiden. So they take the Darkseer, which iZone used in game number 1. So here iDeal like themselves. Linnea's being used game and game again, time and time again. It's one of iDeal's sort of signature heroes. We'll see BZ playing that probably in the mid lane. It seems to be sort of his trademark. Every now and then they'll run a side lane solo for the Linnea, but with the Darkseer there as a side lane solo, I don't see it happening. So we'll see Crystal Maiden supporting the carry, and carry it is. They've picked up an anti-mage. All their pushing heroes have been banned out. iDeal love to run push strats, but well, look at these bans. Prophet, Lone Druid, Undying, Shadow Shaman. These are all push heroes that have been banned out, and it's because iDeal, their deadly push strats, that's what they took out Mineski with. So it's going to be see all those push heroes taken out, so they go for the hard carry, and we'll see if iZone can deal better with this hard carry strategy with the anti-mage draft. We're going to see a CM and Tide support. It looks like, at least. I think they'll be running that trialing down towards bottom with the AM, and it will be the tempo says at mid. And then finally, Puck and Slardar, the 2 picks up for the Scourge team. It's going to be your Pinoy Slardar solo mid. It's going to be Slardar solo mid. We're going to see Puck as a side lane solo, and wow, iZone feeling confident, feeling very, very confident. They've got a Morphling tri-lane. They've got a great initiation this time, and often, though, you'd still see them, despite having a strong tri-lane, they'd still send it top. They'd send it to the safe lane. They'd send it... Well, okay, remake. Remake it is. They'll send it to the safe lane, but this time around, they go with something different. Looks like we do need a quick remake. Hopefully this doesn't take too long, otherwise we'll go into a quick break and I'll reintroduce it. Hopefully we can get things started right away. It looks like that is going to be the case, guys. We can get right back into the game number 2. It means I don't have to edit out too much. But as far as drafts go, I mean, Slardar solo mid, very typical Pinoy sort of strategy. They'll go for the fast bottle, although he does have a stout shield. It looks like his build wasn't going to be go for the 3-branch straight bottle that we saw Jay doing earlier on Slardar, but Slardar's a great pick. It is just absolutely a fantastic hero to have against anti-mage as well as Linnea. You get the vision from amp damage, you can scout the Linnea, you can keep track of it, you can also make her a lot more killable, to just a lot easier to focus down. And then, of course, anti-mage, same story. Slardar works well, he's well, for one thing, he's a strength hero. He's tanky and he has a low mana pool. The low mana pool can work against him because he does need mana to cast sprint to cast crush, but he can get a magic wand to solve some of those issues. That's all he's going to really have to rely on, and we'll see this amp damage making anti-mage a lot more killable. He's great at sort of shrugging off nukes because he does get the spell shield later on, but it's always going to be physical damage. That's his real. That really hurts him. So having a hero like Slardar is a perfect hero to have. You get the bash, you get the slither and crush, you get some nice stuns and lockdown on top of it. So I do feel that this Slardar pick is a hero that could pay dividends for the Scourge team for iZone Gigabyte as we head on into game number 2, guys. So we're going to introduce our two teams properly. As we've introduced the game, we have not introduced the teams. We're going to have iDeal Gigabyte over on the Sentinel side. We have got SD playing the anti-mage, the windrunner from last game. He was playing a support windrunner who got ridiculously farmed. I think they saw how farmed he got and said, okay, well, turns out your support windrunner carries hard. Let's just give you a carry this game. Give you the anti-mage. I'm pretty sure that's not how it happened, but they decide he is their anti-mage player. Tide going to be in the hands of NN, the Earthshaker from last game, so no surprises there. Crystal Maiden being played by Up, who did play the Puck. So the Puck now switching to a support role. BZ, as always, on the Linnea, on the Templar Assassin, and then finally TF, the hard carry player, is actually on the Darkseer, so not playing the carry this time around. TF is going to be on the Darkseer, so that's your Thailand team. iDeal Gigabyte looking to get Thailand their first GEST IDC championship, looking to get, well, not the first for Philippines, one of many championships for the Philippines, but looking to get iZone Gigabyte's first championship. We have got SK, which is Atong, playing the Earthshaker. We have got Kel playing the Rubik, or KC as he's known. He's going to find the Crystal Maiden. They run right into the CM. They find a CM roaming in the jungle alone. Morphling waves in. Early first blood goes to way of iZone Gigabyte. And it goes to AM. It goes to... No, it doesn't go to him. It goes to the Morphling. Joven. It goes to Joven on the Morphling. Of all the people to get it, Joven gets the first blood. And that is exactly the kind of start iZone wanted. Last game it was iDeal getting the early kills. In the Trial and Burst Trial, iZone found themselves giving up first blood. iDeal picked up the first blood very early on. And this is going to be a different story this time around. We will see Puck at top lane being played by Paul. The carry from last game, Paul on that Morphling, it just did not deliver. It just did not have the impact it needed. He didn't farm all too well. He made a few risky decisions. He didn't play as well as he should have, I feel. And then we've got Yue playing the solo mid Slardar. So mixing up the roles a bit this time around. Joven not on mid lane.
A player's forces are under attack.
Yue not on the side lane. And, well, Joven playing the hard carry. So, mix-ups all around. Anti-Mage managed to elude a gank there. DD Rune actually being picked up by Rubik. Morphling chews through another waveform. He's down on mana. He's used up all his mana pretty much. He's got no waveform left. The good news is, of course... Well, no, this is not good news. You do not want to do that, CM. What are you doing taking up that creep wave? As we will see Rubik coming around from behind, looking just to get any harass he can while he's got the DD Rune. As long as he's got the DD Rune up, he wants to be harassing, he wants to be aggressive. CM doing the same thing. CM going to take some right-click damage here, which is not going to help him out too much. But so far, they will be looking good to shut down this anti-mage, who does have a Stout Shield. That's what you want to have against this kind of a lane. Gush goes in. Rubik needs to be careful with his positioning. Telekinesis, there's a fissure block. The perfect Telekinesis set that up perfectly. Can they get the revenge kill? They want the Rubik. CM maybe just wants to find his way out of this one. Just hit the Rubik as much as possible. Rubik will go down. 2 gushes get used, so time. Important to note, he eats through his mana, but there was enough for a fissure that did get the kill for them, as we will see. Rubik sent back to base, as well as the Crystal Maiden. A 1-for-1 trade. The Scourge got the kill first, although considering neither was the first blood, I think it's a pretty much even trade. A support for a support. The good news is that the Tide, he's out of mana. He's got clarities though. He hasn't used them yet. ES does not have clarities. This is interesting. ES does not build for any clarities whatsoever in this bottom lane. Very interesting decisions from him. We're going to see whether or not Morphling can do what he needs to at this bottom lane. He's morphing more to agility. He feels really confident that he's not going to get harassed down at all, and I've got to agree with him. There's only really CM. They can blink in and engage on him, but he's going to be the one who has a waveform to escape. So morphing a bit to agility could be the right way to play this. Top lane, Darkseer. Oh, he's salving up. He gets found. Puck. What a fantastic play. Paul spot on with that, although he does manage to get the silence a bit too late. The Surge has already been cast. Not to mention, it's a very low level. I think level 1. Yeah, level 1 silence. Interesting that he's actually got the silence at all. Normally you'd have 2 in orb and then 1 in phase shift, but maybe no points in phase shift, or maybe he's got 1-1-1, which would be a very unconventional build. Would expect him to have more points in the orb here. He's going to be looking at that fast bottle up. It looks like he's got enough gold for it. He doesn't have enough for the flying courier, Probably telling his supports, get that flying courier up. There we go. Kel buys one. We see the other one being bought fairly soon. As Morphling at bottom lane. He's got the mine up. He's got a fast ring of Angler as well. Really nice cost-effective item to have very early on in the game. It's going to help just boost up all his right-click damage, not to mention give him some nice mana regen, nice stats as well. Equivalent of course, Wraith Bands combined with a Bass Ring. Oh, fake blink in. Anthony's just trying to scare them off. Maybe force other waveforms. You can force waveforms, defensive ones. It's a great trade, but yes, invis. Fissure goes through. I don't think they can kill the AM. They're going to wave on down. The Fissure does not block off fully, but it's going to be enough to get the Crystal main bundle. Things that kill does go to Kel. Rubik with the kill. They're looking to additionally chip away at the Tide. Tide forced to back off. He pops the salve, but with no mana, Tide cannot really contribute much to this lane. It's almost as if he may as well have gone back, or at least gone and died to some neutrals, and then respawned and TP'd back in. Walking back to base, it's a long track, but staying at bottom lane, well, what can he do? He can act as a meat shield. That's about it for now. Mid lane, Slider up against Linnea, and Linnea bottle crowing, much like we'll see Slider doing. That's the only way to deal with the bottle crow of an opposing mid hero is to do it yourself. So we'll see both these two heroes bottle crowing it up, and it will be a pretty even farm war. Somewhat Templar Assassin should have a slight edge, of course, does have the refraction, which he can just spam, giving him better base damage and also better ability to deny. Slider will have to be using the crush to help him get those last hits, but which is fine. He's got unlimited mana with the bottle crow essentially. Darkster at top, still doing this creep skip, up to 24, 25 creep kills here, got 2 Ring of Regens just to give himself the survivability he needs to do this. He's actually being outleveled by a Puck, but look at this! Puck's tower is down to 150 HP. It's going to get down to deny range, it's deniable. Puck going to find himself denying his tower very early off here. Or at least Darkster's going to try and maybe say otherwise. Will Darkster make a go for this? It'd be risky, but it's possible he could do that. And Puck needs his bottle back. We need to see that bottle coming back. ES finds a haste rune at bottom. May look for another opening at this bot lane. He's blocked off all these camps. He fakes going bottom. No Observer would actually spots him going bottom. In fact, but he's going to swing back towards mid lane. Is Slider level 6 yet? No Slider level 6. I don't think they can get this kill. It's not going to happen, but he's going for the Darkseer. That's what he's doing. And it's not going to matter because Puck gets the solo kill. Puck, what a fantastic bit of individual play there. He does find his tower getting killed, and I think that's why Darkseer was happy to distract the Puck. Darkseer knew as long as he distracts the Puck, Puck will not deny the tower, so he considered it a worthwhile trade-off. He knew he was maybe going to die. He does end up going down, but hey, getting that tower gold is going to help out his team quite a bit. That's a good 250 gold to each hero on the Sentinel side. If that gets denied, even if it's basically suiciding to make sure they get the tower gold, is probably actually worth it in terms of our gold game. Morphling goes completely Rambo mode. He needs to start morphing. Oh. Uh-oh. Lagging or something has bugged out. Uh-oh. Joven in trouble. Joven in trouble. Morph. Start morphing, man. Morph to strength. Go is the call. This is not looking good. He just kept on walking under tower. He's taking damage. He's gonna take another tower hit. He's still alive. 60 HP. He's got a waveform. AM blinks out. AM on 50 HP. Both of them so low. ES with the fissure. ES is the one who gets the kill. It works out for the best. Morphling. Tactical pause. Says, I'm dead. Please don't kill me. In fact, he was just baiting antimates to come kill him. They had it all along. They get the kill. Completely trolling, by the way. It is going to be ES who is overextended. He's going to go down. He got the kill in the AM, and then he's going to pay for it. Antimate's now back at the bottom lane. And, well, he's got the upper hand now. Morphling slightly out of mana. He's got a couple magic charges, but it's not going to be enough to completely continue to lane against this Antimate. He's going to start morphing back to agility, in fact. Bit of a risky decision here, especially if Antimate wants to start being aggressive and just trade hits with him. He will drain away any mana that Morphling thought he had very, very quickly. Mid lane, Slider. How's he doing? 26 creep kills, 21 on Linnea. It's Slider who's leading the way, and gank in. Invis Rubik, think they can get some kills now, and well, I think it's possible. It's not going to be easy, but it's definitely possible. The amp damage is there, they've got the vision, it's going to come down to the refraction. Maybe he wants to time it so that as soon as refraction wears off, they go in, waiting for an amp damage to wear off. Refraction's gone. If they go now, this could be a kill. There's no refraction up. It's going to be, we're going to see it go in. Is there a stun? The refraction does get cast, I believe. Yes, it does. ES is here with a fissure. It doesn't block well. Most of those nukes all get blocked. Baybot won't, but the trap is going to slow down all these heroes. Slider tanking up the tower. That hurts. And blocking the crush. Blocking the fissure damage. Most of that damage was all blocked by the refraction. They just couldn't get, Slider couldn't get close enough to get the stun off before the refraction. If you stun before the refraction, that gank goes great. They can chain stun the Linnea, do enough damage and kill it before Refraction gets cast, but that gank did not work out too well. Slider still looking to be aggressive. ES is there. ES, well, look man, you're on a trap. They see you. He must suspect there's traps in that mid lane. That's a very common position. Almost always there'll be a trap at that exact position in the mid lane if you're a Linnea. You want one there. If the gank comes in, that's where you want to have at least one trap, and he's got two. And two is the right way to probably play that. ES going to wander back bottom. We'll see how AM and Morphling are doing. Both with Ring of Health. AM though, no gold on top of it. Boots and a 4-man shield. Morphling, 700 gold and a Ring of Aquila and a Magic Wand. So Morphling leading the way in terms of farm. 34 creep kills, 2 hero kills, 26 creep kills and a death. So Morphling has not died. I mean, I kind of looking back at his bottom lane, someone asked me, has Morphling died? I'd say, yeah man, he's died at least once. But no, he's actually not died at all. He managed to escape that one death with some nice little tricks, and we're going to see how bottom lane does progress, and Anti-Mate is not going to have the best time here. Replicate up as well. Oh, just being a complete nuisance. Send it in. Get whatever right-click damage you can off. Although you don't want it going down for free to the town. It doesn't give any XP though, so there's no big loss if it does get taken out like that. Gush goes in. Rubik needs to be careful. Blanket from AM. ES is there. Enchant Totem. May have to use a fissure as well. He wants to save it by the looks of things, or maybe it's just on cooldown. I didn't actually see a fissure. Looks like he's just saving it. Oh man. Morphling waving out. Reacting to some aggression. Didn't get mana drain too much. He had to pop the Magic Wand to get some mana for that. Top lane. Darkseer and Puck. 52 CS on Darkseer, 41 on Puck. This is what we saw last game. Darkseer becomes the most farmed hero in the game. He just farms so well in a 1v1 matchup. He gets ignored, but he's not a late game carry hero. Heroes like Queen of Pain, Puck, these heroes have more carry potential than a Darkseer. It's, well, it's the reality of it. And so giving up Darkseer complete free farm can sometimes be a viable option. As long as you can deal with him in the late game. Mid lane. Slider needs to be careful. He's got heaps of regen. He's got, I mean, pretty much non-stop regen to a certain extent. Obviously, there's a time limit to it. You do have to wait for the bottle to return when you send it back to base. Oh, bottom lane. They find Joven. They get Joven. CM, tied, AM. Maybe an AM ultimate, I have to say. AM's very low in mana. Yep, AM ultimate. And with that, the big guy, the big fella, the big Lebowski, tied hits level 6. He's going to have that rabbit up. He's completely out of mana, but it looks like they've got a couple points in Brilliance Aura. Normally you see the nukes being leveled up, but I think because they're spending so much mana and investing so much in this trial and versus trial, they want to have that Brilliance Aura mid lane. Meanwhile, aggression coming out from Templar Assassin. Really wants this Slider. The slow's being dropped. One more meld may come. Oh, telekinesis. Is there going to be a stun under the tower? There is. All that damage being blocked though. Fadebolt as well. I think Linnea may just want to try fight this. Cast Refraction once again. It has such a low cooldown. He already had the Refraction on and he just has to start casting it again. And it ends up pretty well. Another replicate. He just, as soon as it comes off cooldown, he just casts it and then starts right-clicking away at the AM, making sure AM has no mana. And that's how he went down last time, to an AM ultimate. That's how Morphling went down, I mean. And if he can get an Anti-Mate with no mana, he suddenly becomes a lot more killable, and there we go! AM becomes a lot more killable, and also Morphling knows he can't really be killed by the AM if AM doesn't have mana to use ulti. Really nice play there, really nice gank. Elsewhere, it's far. It's UA. The solo mid slider goes down to a DD Crystal Maiden. Up the Puck from last game, manning up as a Crystal Maiden, getting a kill on mid lane. iDeal find themselves 4 kills to 6 down, but still in an alright position here. It is going to be a pretty farm Morphling. Joven having a nice start, up to 48 creep kills, trying to get this T1 tower for himself. He has managed to do that. More gold goes into his pockets, up to now 1200 gold. A bit of a well, mixed match of items here. Ring of Health, gloves of haste. Probably going to pick up some treads as well as a perseverance and start building towards that Lincoln's here. There we go, treads are up. Top lane, CM now joining up with Darkseer. They can't really kill this Puck. We saw it last game. CM tries to gank a Puck. Well, not going to really happen, even with those Invoker Sunstrikes. This game, no Invoker and no real global presence. It's just not on. You don't gank a Puck. He's got the orb out. He's going to have a Blink Dagger very soon, and maybe that's what Puck's waiting for. Puck has not really come to any of these fights. Speaking of fights, AM being forced back once again. Another replicate is up. This is causing problems. Oh, he needs to start managing this tide. Oh, the Ravage! Airball. That's a big wave. He's going to be happy with that one. Oh, the mana drain. It's a maxed out mana drain. It's level 4 mana drain. Oh man, that hurts. AM says, screw you, I don't need mana. I'm just going to... You've got no mana as well. This is just a man fight. Tooth and nail. That's all they've got left. There's no fist, there's no kicks. This is just whatever's left in the tank. There's no spells being thrown. Tooth and nail fight. Right-click damage versus right-click damage. Neither hero with any mana at bottom lane, and it is going to be top lane. They get the crystal main. They find CM lurking in the woods. Maybe look for the Darkseer up there, or maybe just spotting out that the CM was in fact backing up Darkseer. It's an easy kill. It's not an important kill. I mean, it did take 3 heroes to get the kill, but it's still a kill nonetheless. It took a Puck ulti. But Puck has just been seeing the top lane, not looking to get too many ganks here. Bottom lane. Meanwhile, we do see Antimage continue to get his farm up. He's gone for the treads as well as the ring of health, but the problem is, any items, any farm he gets, it also works against him. Morphling's just going to continue making those replicates until they get some way of dealing with it. I mean, that comes in the form of a sheep stick. You can get rid of the replicate instantly, but who gets the sheep stick apart from the Darkseer maybe? And that's not going to come from much later. Darkseer wants to get up his pipe first, maybe even a mech as well for his team. There's still a bit of way to go for all these items to come into play. As we'll see bottom lane. AM replicate scouting things out. That's the other use. You can scout things out. You can find where these heroes are. It's just going to chase away this Crystal Maiden. Well, it does expire, but now Morphling knows what's up. Knows what he's up against. He's not going to be too worried here. He's a few heroes mid. Templar Assassin going to be the one who gets brought back into the tower. Kind of works against iZone though. They wanted to get off the Slither and Crush, but the Fissure was blocking him. Although I think they should still be able to get this kill. Slaughter. Where's the sprint? He's got phase boots up. It doesn't. There we go. Sprint now coming in. Looks like Templar Assassin now on the run, on the serious run. And he is going to go down to a crush with some right-click damage if he's not careful. There's Refraction back up. There's some more chain stumps, some more nukes. They get the kill. Meanwhile, though, Joven, where you at, man? Looks like he overextended. Looks like he went diving in for a Morphling kill. I mean, for an anti-mage kill. Morphling went down. Joven got picked off at bottom lane by the trial lane, and it is going to be... Oh, double kill for Slaughter. No, sorry, not for Slaughter. For 10. Who is 10? Paul. Paul the Puck. He gets 2. They really want this Slaughter. Puck may have to drop a silence off. He's just going to blink out. He leaves Slaughter to hang and leaves Slaughter to dry. Slaughter goes down. AM ulti picks up the kill, and AM now going to cheap on chasing maybe. No, he's going to go back to farming. He needs to get that B Fury up, or his Vanguard, whichever way he wants to go. Either tank it up or get an item to help him farm. I feel B Fury is the better way to go. Really start building towards the late game. Accelerate your farm. Get the B Fury up. If you go tank, well, Morphling's Replica is just going to be just as tanky. If you go damage, sure, Morphling's Replica is going to be doing more damage, but it means you can get more farm, and once you come up with a way of dealing with the Replicate, or if you fight around it so that you never fight against the Replicate, it really helps out. But having a tanky anti-mage Replicate is probably worse than having one which does a heap of damage and has a heap of farm, because, well, a super tanky anti-mage is not going to be doing much damage. He's just in the front lines, and, well, you're giving that to the Morphling as well. It's almost better if he gets really nice DPS items, get the B Fury, get the Manta Style, and then get the B Fly, the Heart. Get the Heart a bit later on, but you want to accelerate your farm and really look to out-farm the Morphling, and then you can worry about the Replicate later. Get the Sheep Stick up. You can get that coming in later, and then deal with it then. Or you can just focus it down during the team fights if you're really worried about it. I mean, you've got the amp damage, you can... Sorry, no, you haven't got... What am I talking about? The amp damage on the other side. You've got... I mean, you've just got focus fight. You've got the Gush, you've got the Templar Assassin minus armor. You've got ways of killing a Replicate, if need be. And we will see Linnea at mid. 900 gold. Probably going to... I don't even want to speculate. I've seen straight Blink Daggers. I've seen straight BKB. I haven't seen straight Deso, but I've seen Blink Desers. I've seen straight BKBs. I've seen BKB Deso with no Blinks. So anything's possible. I've seen straight 4 stuff on the Templar Assassin. That was not by iDeal Gigabyte. That was by SVRES, I believe. Playing a side lane solo Templar Assassin, which was something a bit different. Well, not so much entirely different. Teams have done that before, but getting the 4 stuff was definitely something a bit different. Team and Tide now. They've snoked up near the anti-mage. They may be going on the hunt for the Morphling again. It's going to come down to how much mana Morphling has, whether or not he can wave out before he gets mana drained too fast. But if they drop a Ravage and a Frostbite... Well, no, Frostbite doesn't stop waveform. What am I talking about? They're going to have to drop a Ravage here. They're going to try to force him back into this Tide Ravage. He goes waving right into it. They're going to use a Tide Ravage for this, I think. Ravage it is. There we go. Mana Burn going to do plenty of damage. Easy kill. I mean, perfectly played. Tide was there waiting.
iDeal, Gigabyte find themselves behind by only 1 kill now. And they've got heaps of farm. It is going to be Linnea with a lot of farm. Refraction blocks the entire ES ultimate for the Linnea. At least CM will go down. And they've got the amp on Linnea. Linnea on the run here. Telekinesis is there. Refraction being cast. Trying to block all this damage. I believe he must have recasted there. Darkseer now here. Surges Templar Assassin away. Templar Assassin may even want to come back in now. Try to get some revenge kills. It is going to be... Oh, what a play! Paul goes all in. Follows up with the silence. Gets the kill on Linnea, who just got a bit too greedy. I thought Linnea would go back in. I thought it was the right move, but... Puck saw it coming. Puck nuked down the Templar Assassin. Refraction was not up and gets the kill. Darkseer now with Tide. They want this Puck. Maybe Puck with a Blink Dagger up. We'll be looking to get this kill. Tide should go down. ES low, but not low enough to go down. And Darkseer is the alone man standing. iZone, 12 kills to 8. They're still slightly edging out their opponents. And the downside is 3 quick deaths on Joven at bottom lane is not looking good for him. But hey, he can still catch up. There's still time for him. There's still ways to do that.
The town is under siege.
As we will see Puck, Rubik looking to get this tonight in this mid-tier 1 tower. iZone well, they haven't lost too many of their towers. They've only lost the tier 1. This will be the second tower. Linnea actually going in. Going to go for the kill. Gets it. BZ, you sneaky son of a bitch. As we will see AM with a DD rune. He is going for the B Fury, but this Rubik will not last long against this DD rune on the AM. Even pops the ultimate. It hits Puck as well. Oh, Puck. AM won't go for the kill because they will be under a tower. There's telekinesis, there's silence. Well, sorry, not telekinesis. Telekinesis is down, Rubik is dead, but there's a fissure, there's also Puck silence. So doing so would have been somewhat suicidal because he is fairly squishy to that tower damage, having gone for this B Fury build, which I definitely agree is the right build to go this game. He's got enough for the broadsword. He only needs another 500-600 gold to get the Void Stone, and he's going to have a B Fury at a decent time. 20-21 minutes, not the best, but he did have a very tough lane up against that trailing at bottom. As we are going to see Morphling, mid lane. He's got 2.3k gold. He's got enough for his ultimate orb. He's got going to start building, I believe, straight to the Lincoln. He's farmed. He's doing really well. I believe he's slightly out farming the Antimage, apart from the death on him. He's got 3 deaths. Antimage just with 2, but Antimage is catching up and catching up very quickly. As that right now, iDeal, Gigabyte playing it well, playing this grand finals as well as they can. They're behind in this game, but they're finding ways to get back into it, and it's going to come in the form of the Antimage. We saw it last game from iZone. iZone, Gigabyte wanted to do it themselves. They were the ones who wanted to take it late game with the Morphling, but Morphling just did not have the items needed. So iDeal trying to make sure Antimage gets the items he needs. Oh, they're going to run right into a smoked up Puck and ES. Tide Ravage is there, hits both. CM, ES ultimate finishes off the CM, but Antimage is there trying to get himself some kills here. Gets amped up. Bash, first hit Bash, Slither and Crush. Can they stun him down? They get the telekinesis of all the times for a first hit Bash. Slada, Yue going to be so happy with that Bash. He gets the kill on the AM, an oh so important kill, and it looks like Roshan will go down. The Bash. Secures a kill, and Slada now makes his way into the Roshan pit. Will be trying to, I believe, get the Aegis for the Morphling here. Even though Morphling is not going to be taking part in too many fights, he's just looking to keep on farming it up. If he gets ganked, having an Aegis can buy him the time he needs to wait for his team to get there to back him up. So I think it is the safer option to give it to Morphling, even if he's not going to be involved in too many of the fights. And, well, it's not a guaranteed Roshan. Templar Assassin's coming in. He's going to scout things out. Oh, the ES is so low. There's no BKB or anything up on the Templar Assassin, so the doctor go down. Suicides to Roshan. Probably the right idea from the Earthshaker. There was not much way to get out of that one, and Darkseer going to go down. The stun lock is just it just can't be dealt with, and Templar Assassin now in all sorts of trouble will get a kill. They will take down Kel, but that damage is not over and done with. The replicate of the Linnea not going to matter too much there. May actually just send it back to Fountain or basically use it to scout with. 2-for-1 trade, but it does go in once again in iZone's favor. iZone who are now trying to use this time to take Roshan, but they're forced back. They're forced to go farm. As I say that, it's like, oh man, we got to go farm. We can't take Rosh. We have to farm. Morphling is probably absolutely thrilled. He's like, I didn't want to really take Rosh. I just wanted this mid farm. That's more than 200 gold. The 200 gold you get from Roshan, unless he gets blasted. Of course, he gets a bit more then. But Morphling probably was eyeing off that mid creep wave. They'll come back to Roshan once their lanes are pushed out. They'll come back to Roshan. They'll look to continue getting further and further ahead, whichever ways they can, taking free towers, taking free Roshans, avoiding bad team fights. They only take fights they know they can win, like that one there. They forced Darkseer and Templar Assassin to choose a bad fight, and, well, iZone knew. They had the numbers advantage. Sure, they lost the ES, but they denied the ES to Roshan. And now that the lanes are slightly pushed out, they're not completely pushed out, but I think they're feeling that they've got the stronger team fight. Maybe Ravage is even on cooldown. They probably know better than I do it is for 25 more seconds. Not sure whether or not they knew that timing exactly, but most pro players know that stuff pretty much. Well, they just have a great feel for that. These kind of cooldowns, they would have known when it was used up. They'll know roughly when it's back up, at least sort of within 5 seconds or so. BKB, where is it, Templar Assassin? You need it, and you need it bad.
Forces are under attack.
Voidstone must be for the Antimage. I believe that will be his battle fury at 22.5 minutes. And that it is. That it is. Anti-Mage looking to keep on farming. He's just going to use this to keep on farming. It's not really... I mean, most series you think, oh, he goes straight for a damage item. It's so you can sort of fight and get kills. Anti-Mage, no, it's so you can farm. It's so you can go blink around from neutral camp to neutral camp, creep wave to creep wave, and just keep on farming. You're not getting it to take part in fights. It's not damage to help kill heroes. It's damage to help kill creeps. And we're going to see him... We'll help kill creeps faster. Last thing's not a problem. It's not to help last hit. It's just to help last hit faster and be more efficient with your time. And then later on, it does add some damage. Oh, mid lane. Tide does have a Ravage here. He will pop it. Hits 3 by the looks of things. ES Slider as well as Rubik. Darkseer with a decent wall of replica there. And Linnea still chasing. The Surge is there, keeping Linnea caught up. And Linnea blocking most of the damage with the refraction. It's Joven. Takes out NN. Wave on through Joven. He's got 1. He's got 2. Can he get a 3rd? It's Crystal Maiden trying to sneak on out of there. Oh, Slider taking a bit of damage here. Even with this Aegis, he doesn't want to waste it. And it looks like somehow Crystal Maiden still alive. Tranquil Boots healing himself up a bit as well as an Urn Charge. And it's now Darkseer looking to turn things around with the help of the AM. AM is here. I said he won't fight, but he is fighting and he may manage to find himself some kills here. Morphling. Morphling so low. Morphs his strength. Holy crap, he took a long time to start morphing the strength there. We will see Slider go now, but he's just got an Aegis. Anti-Mage and Crystal Maiden find an actual kill, which is going to be on the Rubik now. They may look for more blink on over. Slider, though, plenty of mana left after the respawn. And so we will see Slider in the Roshan pit. AM blinks on over. He finds the Morphling. Slider decides to not blink to the high... Well, he does blink to one high ground, but it blinks after the Anti-Mage to make sure Morphling's going to be okay. Darkseer now in all sorts of trouble. He's been amped up. Adaptive Strike, one more right click. Slider gets the kill. Morphling with such a long stun, he had so much strength. The Adaptive Strike did a lot. Blink, stun, Crystal Maiden will go down. Up goes down. And now iZone looking for more blood. Amp damage once again. Scouting out heroes one by one. Templar Assassin. Is there an escape here? I don't know if iZone want to commit to this. They're not. They're going to just stun and run. The oh-so familiar strategy. Stun and get the hell out of there. AM is going to be the one looking to chase heroes down. Puck, Orban, Silence, trying to help keep these heroes alive. ES now so low. The replicate of the Anti-Mage causing problems for some of these heroes, but Anti-Mage has finally found the opening he's after. He finishes off one. He finishes off the Slider with the help of the teammate, but now Joven picks up 2, comes on in with the Lincoln Spear, ultimate off. He's got so much farm, he gets a double kill, getting kills on the Anti-Mage, most importantly, and now he is looking to scare off the Rubik. Rubik is running out of mana and running out of mana fast. Not to mention Rubik, Linnea. I'm getting my heroes mixed up. This has been a long day. This has been a tiring day. But this is the grand finals, and things are really getting exciting now. Linnea, still no BKB. There's a BKB recipe, but 1k gold to the full BKB. And this is 25 minutes. Linnea needs to have an item up. There's not even a Blink Dagger. I feel this is just too long for Linnea to be going without an item. BZ, who played a fantastic Templar Assassin last game. It's just not working this game. Save is the call. iZone can feel that they are getting themselves edging out their opponents, getting further and further ahead. As Linnea, bottom lane, really wants this BKB. Take a look at some of these other items. CM, just tanky items. Bracer, Urn, Tranquil Boots, Tide, couple braces and boots. He's the one doing a lot of this warding as well. And they'll allow CM just to get some braces. Well, anything will help out. Darkseer, Vanguard, Hood, and now Plate Mail. Hasn't actually gone for any of those team items. With team items, I mean the mech and the pipe. He's got the Hood, but he didn't finish off the pipe. They're saying that there isn't enough AoE damage to justify it, I suppose. I mean, there's a Puck. There's an ES. I mean, ES hasn't got his Blink Dagger yet, which is maybe why. He probably will get it later, around when the ES gets the Blink up. But just the Fade Bolt with the Puck nukes can justify that pipe. Morphling waveform as well, magic damage. Morphling gonna wave in at top, they get the kill. Blink in from the side, they take out the anti-mage. SD, the support winner from last game, who had such a massive game. For me, he was the MVP from last game, getting picked off here. And by no means, this is just smart game from iZone. Anti-mage is just finding the places to farm. He doesn't have the backup of his team are elsewhere. And it's just a matter of iDeal just getting outplayed, outmaneuvered by their opponents here. Whether you blame AM for getting picked off or blame AM's team for not backing him up, either way, it's a team thing where iZone are the ones just playing better as a team, making better decisions, getting the gank. And oh no. Once again, it is up. The Crystal Maiden. Life of a Crystal Maiden, and Morphling at mid lane. The Ravage actually goes off. It does hit through. Rubik looks to steal there. He stole Ravage. He's going to look to get a return Ravage. He's saving it. He hasn't used it yet. He doesn't actually need to, I don't think. There we go. I believe that was the Ravage. Templar Assassin and Darkseid both getting hit. Puck going to orb his way in. Does actually follow it up. Going to see an amp damage being popped. Templar Assassin on the run. On the run. Blink. Stun. Blocking the damage. But is that going to be enough? Morphling waves in. Right click damage. Monster kill. Double kill. Joven Sanity, the Morphling. This is not the same Morphling from last game. This time it's Joven taking over the reins of the carry role and taking over it. He is doing well. This is going to be a tier 2 tower at mid, possibly even more. 3 heroes down, now only 2. Some are respawning, but this is key heroes who are dead, just as the supports have respawned. This is key solo heroes. You're looking at Darkseid here as well as Templar Assassin dead. Anti-Mage, a hero who cannot defend with his items. He's got Tread's Fury, he's the farmer. It's Darkseid who they're looking to defend these lanes, as well as Templar Assassin to do some damage. But Templar Assassin with no BKB really can't fight. It's just not in the cards right now for iDeal. They just need to sort of outsource and keep on getting their farm up, keep getting their next set of items up, and get those levels which they need. Not to mention wait for spells like Ravage's cooldown. But, well, Rubik, he's keeping his hands on that Ravage. He's pretty happy with himself. I don't think he wants a new spell. He says, well, I can steal something with a low cooldown, but for now, we're not team fighting, or we're not ganking even. I don't need a spell to set up kills. We've got enough DPS without me having to steal another spell, like another basic spell. I mean, you could steal something like Frostbite, Frostnova. These are nice spells to steal, especially early game. Stealing Frostnova is awesome, but once you have Ravage, hold on to it for as long as possible. As, 2 seconds, guys. AM, Tread, V-Fury up, farming up some Ancients here. Templar Assassin at bottom lane, up to 800 gold. He's decently farmed here. And needs to get the BKB. I mean, that's really where his farm is leading. No BKB is just not going to have the impact he needs. And decently farmed is not cutting it this game. I mean, we've seen last game, he got the Blink Dagger, the Desolate up so damn freaking quick. This game, though, it's a straight BKB. Even with that, he's not going to be able to do a huge amount of DPS in these fights, but he will be able to survive, and that's the main thing. But how long does he survive? Amp damage, plus Morphling's right click. I mean, that's enough damage to actually still, I mean, maybe take him down. He pops BKB, he gets amped up, Morphling right clicks him down. This is a Morphling who's going, well, some decent right click damage items. You've got Lincolns and Manta Star, which will boost up Morphling's stats, allow him to hit on almost pure agi. He is going for the shotgun now, so that can be blocked by the BKB, but still, Morphling's right click damage, he's doing about 200 damage a hit. Some of that gets reduced by armor, but with amp damage, well, it could get amped up, as the name suggests. And now the tier 2 tower at bottom lane is going to go down, tower by tower. iZone pulling away, going to find themselves heading towards a game 3 if iDeal don't have anything to say about it. And right now, iDeal are looking very quiet after their game 1 victory. iZone are trying to break this curse. They get second place month after month, and they say no. They say we want this one. This month, August is our month. The tier 3 tower is going to be the next target for them. Necrobook 3 is up for the Puck, I believe. It is the Puck who's had such a great game at the top lane. Didn't shut down the Darkseid farm, but no hero can really shut down the Darkseid farm at top. Darkseid Wall of Replica is not going to do all that much, so it will just maybe temporarily force iZone back, or at least a Firanda. Rubik steals the Ravage, both Rubik and Tide using the Ravage. Tide going to go down immediately after his. Templar Assassin has a BKB in the front lines, but is not doing enough damage. None of these Scourgers going down. One by one, they all fall down, and by all, I mean the Sentinel team, iDeal, Gigabyte, their hopes of a 2-0 victory, it looks like it is disappearing quickly. iDeal, they may have found themselves running into a game 3 against iZone. iZone who are getting the bottom rack. They've taken the melee racks, they'll go onto the range racks. They may even swing mid. 3 heroes still down. They can get the double racks. Morphling with plenty of DPS. He hasn't got his Manta illusions up for much longer. Actually, well, no, they're still halfway there. I take that back. ES. We're looking to back things off. Slider, oh, chasing after the AM. We'll see AM back off. AM just distracting. He's not really wanting to fight them. He just wants to distract as long as possible. Forces out the Glyph, in fact. As the iDeal team doing anything they can to defend this. Slider. Whoop, taking a bit of damage here. Fissure going to be dropped just to sort of slow down the advances. Puck blinks away. Morphling. Joven. He's got his Ethereal Blade, I believe. Yep, he's bringing it. He's bringing on the Courier. Courier taking a lot of damage. Oh, BZ. Templar Assassin goes down. They scout him out with the Necrobook 3. I think he must have been trying to hide in meld or something there, but he got caught out completely. Even with the BKB, he still can be killed with the amp damage and right click and just the pure physical damage we talked about. CM, shotgun down. There's your Joven Sanity on the Morphling with the Ethereal Blade, and now they're going to move on to the Anti-Mage. The Telekinesis is there, the right click damage is there, and Joven picks up a double kill. The GG is called. We're going to go into a game 3, guys. It is going to be a true best of 3, a 3-game best of 3 series for your GEST Grand Finals. I wouldn't have it any other way. This is going to be a all Gigabyte affair. iDeal Gigabyte up against iZone Gigabyte in game number 3 of the Grand Finals here at the GEST IDC, the long acronym which is the Gigabyte Esports Tournament International Dota Cup, sponsored by, of course, Gigabyte, hosted here on the Play Cyber Games platform. I am GoDz, your commentator from GoDz Gamers, where we do your official English media coverage. Big shout out to everyone over there, of course, who has been putting a lot of time, effort and work into basically making the coverage happen for this tournament. Having all the bets up to date, having all the bets done and running, having all the news articles updated whenever matches are resulted. So if you want to find out what's happened, what the story of this tournament has been, check out GGnet Gamers, check out the news coverage there, guys. But more importantly for now, stay tuned. Game number 3, Grand Finals, iZone, can they do it? Is it going to be a break in the curse? Are they going to actually get themselves the first GEST IDC champions, or is it iDeal? Do iDeal bring Thailand glory? Do they bring Thailand the first GEST IDC championship? As we will have some final shout-outs coming from Paul, as it does look like iZone are going to be looking to go into Game 3 with a heap of momentum. That's the other thing. They have the momentum. At the same time, iDeal, they know they can beat this team. They beat them in Game 1, and they beat them in a really decent fashion. They looked strong. They looked convincing. And they did, I mean, it sort of threw iZone for a loop. iZone thought they had a way to ban and sort of draft against this team, but it turns out they didn't. So we are going to have a Game 3. And guys, it is going to be absolutely crazy. This whole weekend has been crazy, especially yesterday. Even more, yesterday was crazy. Yesterday was sort of the crazy games. You had the throwing races, you had the backdoor wars, you had the level 1 roaches. Today, it's the intense, really tightly fought playoff matches where teams are pulling out all the stops and just playing sometimes they play cautiously, sometimes there's less kills, sometimes the match itself is less exciting in terms of raw action, but as far as intensity and importance goes, the matches cannot be understated. As we are going to go on to game number 3, guys. As mentioned, I am GoDz from GoDz Gamers. For those of you who have missed games, want to check out whatever games you've missed, head on over to my YouTube, GoDz Studios. That's where all the VODs will be uploaded tonight, as well as all the matches from yesterday already being uploaded. So you can check them out there. You can check out the replays as well. We upload the replays onto GoDzGamers.net/Dota/replays. So big shout out, of course, to the replay staff there who do all that. Anyways, guys, we're going to move on to game number 3 shortly. We'll be back soon.